Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies, how the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. Niburu is leading the transformation to a world of high-speed, high-quality metal machining and processing. Niburu's groundbreaking blue laser technology has defined a new class of high-power, high-performance blue lasers. And with me is Brian Canale, the Chief Executive Officer, to explain all about these lasers and what they mean for people. So welcome, Brian. And I guess let's start there. What does Niburu do? Tell me about the company.
Jane, thanks for the time. Appreciate it. Great to be with you. So what we really leverage when we say fundamental physics, we produce the smaller spot size versus infrared lasers, superior brightness, and higher absorbency in these key materials. So gold, we're about 66 times faster and more absorbent. Copper, we're 13 times more absorbent. And silver, we're 17 times more absorbent. So why do I leverage those, or why do I reference those? Those are kind of the key building blocks in what we term to be the electrification wave. So the EV or e-mobility and EV batteries that go anywhere from trains, automobiles to bikes, scooters, and different things like that. So they're the building blocks for all of those. So in order to avoid transporting all of that wire and all that material, what the blue laser can do, and what we are proposing to do, is a couple of things: is produce power on the moon for any number of different things. So sending electricity between one power source to another power source, as well as data packets between one location to another location. So from that standpoint, you avoid the weight, if you will, of transporting all these raw materials, wire up to the moon. Obviously you're going to have potential issues with, out there in the moon on, interference. But again, that is kind of what we're doing. Phase 2 is looking really to kind of build on phase 1, which we demonstrated the technical and commercial feasibility of this technology there. They, obviously NASA was good with that. But really, we want to scale up the power and range and performance of that blue laser beaming technology. And again, there's also an element of this, that the single mode laser, which is kind of like our next step from our BL. It's much more precise, much more high powered, and really, can we develop that in with NASA and put that onto the moon? So the last several months, we've been realigning and refocusing our business and operations. We're beginning to see the positive result of these intense efforts. We are seeing the increased orders that we talked a little bit about before. We have seen a sales cycle, that can take 12 months or longer. We've realigned our workforce, and we've reduced our debt by 25%. So we are pursuing a wide variety of transactions to again, further optimize our balance sheet, and get ourselves into good funding relationships that are critical to emerging growth company like Niburu.
Okay, makes sense. And always hard when you've got a new technology and a new company to get that traction. Sometimes it takes longer than you think. So thank you, Brian, so much. Fascinating to hear about lasers and what they're doing and what they can do in the future.
Jane, thanks for the time, and I appreciate the insights.
Thank you.
There are over 83 million dogs and 50 million cats in the U.S. Up to 80% of senior cats and dogs can suffer from osteoarthritis. Spring is helping treat them and is now available in all 50 states and over 800 veterinarian clinics. Learn more at newtothestreet.com. Pet Vivo, a publicly traded company, ticker symbol PETV.
LightPath Technologies, a NASDAQ-listed company, provides innovative optical components and assemblies. The company recently announced a deal with Lockheed Martin, which could be a game changer. And with me is the CEO, Sam Rubin. Welcome, Sam, and let's hear about this Lockheed Martin project. Sounds like could be the biggest opportunity that LightPath has had. Explain
Oh,
what it is
absolutely.
and why is it so meaningful?
Absolutely. Thank you, Jane. Appreciate the time and being here. This project is transformative for the company in more ways than one. I mean, first of all, strategically, 4 years ago when I joined, we set a new course of becoming more vertically integrated solutions providers. So going from selling lenses for $5, $10, $50 to selling assemblies and selling cameras for thousands of dollars, right? And that's very transformative to the company. Of course, 4 years ago, it was just a vision. This project with Lockheed Martin, in which we're developing a camera that goes into a next generation missile, is exactly the kind of projects we were dreaming of 4 years ago when we set this strategy. So now LightPath is designing, and soon to be producing a camera system to go into a missile that's going to sell for about $5,000 to $10,000 per missile. With 10,000 missiles a year expected in production, we're talking about $50 to $100 million of revenue, which makes it why it is so transformative to us. Not only is this really our new strategy and where we want to go, products for thousands of dollars instead of tens of dollars, it is also for a company currently doing $35 million in revenue a year. Adding another $50 to $100 million is transformative. This is doubling, quadrupling the size of the company. Now, this project is a very fast track project simply because the Army is running out of Stinger missiles and needs new missiles. And so what usually might take 4 to 5 years is being condensed into 2 to 3 years of development. We recently finished the first year of development and hit a major milestone of achieving flight worthiness criteria for our cameras, meaning we are now working on building and shipping cameras that are actually going to go into the first missiles. They're actually going to fly out. So we did all of that in a year, something that usually would take 2 to 3 years to achieve. This is a development project, is a $7.5 million project by itself that already we got $4.5 million of and more to come in the next phase. But really the big deal is going to be about a year from today, September 2025, when they start actually doing a shoot-off between Lockheed Martin and Raytheon, at which point the Army might already choose a winner. If the Army chooses Lockheed Martin as a winner, we are the sole source of this camera system. We're talking about an initial order of possibly 11,000 missiles with, again, $5,000 to $10,000 per missile. So we're talking about a year from now, potentially getting the first order that could be $55 to $110 million for the first order.
And what is that? Is it a rare earth mineral, I guess, is what it would be. What is that?
Critical mineral, so not as rare as a rare earth mineral, but it is one where China controls 67% of the world's supply of that. The rest of the supply comes from Russia, even worse, if you would, in terms of supply chain issues. It goes into hundreds of millions of dollars of infrared imaging, night vision imaging, semiconductor, fiber optic, you name it. The US depends on it for so many technologies. We cannot solve all the problems. We're solving the problem for optics, which is 25% of the consumption. It's estimated that the US imports as much as $600 million a year of germanium. So possibly as much as $150 million only for optics, where we have the exclusive solution for that.
Now, it sounds like you had some really big ideas a few years ago, and they're starting to come to fruition.
Exactly.
So what do you look forward to, let's say in 2025, some of these projects being able to sell? So what's your strategy next year?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely a very satisfying time right now. All the hard work of the team for the last 4 years is now resulting in real deliverables and in real revenue. We expect in 2025 to see a massive growth in our camera revenue. Today, the new revenue of where we're going in terms of solutions is already 20 to 30%. We expect it to become in the next few years a dominant part. In 2 to 3 years, it should be 70% of our revenue. Later in 2025, we expect to hit the next milestone with the Lockheed Martin project, which would bring the next follow-up order for that. We have a new project in the works, the Apache project, which is another airborne system, also possibly tens of millions of dollars of revenue. So we're starting to see some big chunks of opportunities coming through, and we expect to be able to share that with our shareholders and stakeholders in coming months.
Okay, well, I look forward to getting updates and interviews with you as some of these projects come online next year. So
same here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the update. Appreciate it, and congratulations on your success.
Excellent. Thank you, Jade.
Thanks.
There are over 83 million dogs and 50 million cats in the U.S. Up to 80% of senior cats and dogs can suffer from osteoarthritis. Spring is helping treat them and is now available in all 50 states and over 800 veterinarian clinics. Learn more at newtothestreet.com. Pet Vivo, a publicly traded company, ticker symbol PETV.
Heart surgeons are important because they save lives. Los cirujanos cardíacos son importantes porque salvan vidas.
Angeline Pompey found it challenging to learn languages as an adult, so she devised her own system, Learn English Fast, and it's now available to the world so others can learn with the methods that worked for her. The Bilingual Book Company is her creation, and she is here to talk about that today, so welcome.
Thank you.
So I guess take us back to how you created this and why you decided to start the Bilingual Book Company.
Okay, so I originally studied aerospace engineering. I have an aerospace engineering degree. I went on to get my teaching certification, so I have the certification to teach English as a second language. And as a language learner, I found that there was a problem in the way language is being taught today. Right now, I find that there are a lot of teaching methods, but there aren't enough teaching materials to practice a foreign language. So for myself, I was learning Spanish and French.
Okay.
And I was just simply looking for bilingual books to read so I can practice on a day-to-day basis. And I couldn't find that. So I started to create my own material, which was just line-by-line translation. So in my case, English-Spanish, English-French. And I started to make bilingual books. So it kind of evolved from that. And I went a step further, and I created the bilingual audio. So I have artificial voices, which I use so I can hear an authentic English and Spanish, English-French speaker with the text. So I can follow along with the text with those artificial voices.
So, yeah, and that's important to hear it as well as
yes,
kind of read
exactly,
it
because you need to hear the language on a daily basis if you really want to absorb that language and gain fluency.
Sure.
So outside of North America, there is a need and there is, I wouldn't say an urgency, but there's a demand for learning English because English is the international language of business and technology. So we're moving into a bilingual or multilingual world. Countries like the Philippines, for example, truly bilingual country, there's a lot of opportunities for Filipinos to work online. And so a lot of them don't have to leave their culture, their family, you know, just to survive, you know, for financial purposes.
And you're right about English. I remember I was in Turkey, and there was a Turkish guy and an Indian guy talking in English. That was how they communicated with each other. And I was like, oh, this is the language that everybody communicates in.
However, I would like to mention though, with that trend evolving, I think North Americans will be at a disadvantage at some point, because the best businesses will be formed speaking to locals. And so there's a lot of opportunities missed if you don't speak now a second language. You know, I myself, a lot of my seed audience comes from Mexico. So I went to Mexico and I asked the locals like what their needs are and can they afford my product? My product's $29 for the year. And I asked below average income families, like, would you be able to afford this? And they said yes.
How can people find out more about this and learn more about the program and buy books? Where can they go for that?
Well, they can visit the bilingualbookcompany.com. It has all the information there. And yeah, that's probably your best source.
Okay. Angeline, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Heart surgeons are important because they save lives. Los cirujanos cardíacos son importantes porque salvan vidas.
Your data is vulnerable to hackers, with email being the cause of 91% of all cyber attacks. Introducing secure, Swiss-hosted, data-mine-free, private and secure solutions to protect your communications. Secure Mail offers secure and private email communication. Secure Messenger offers private and secure chats. Secure VPN encrypts your internet traffic and protects your digital identity. Regain your privacy today. Visit Secure at secure.com.
Sappire Coffee brings luxury coffee at an affordable price. The company also has created a culture of giving by prioritizing social responsibility and community engagement. And with us is CEO and founder Debbie Cross, who was also recently awarded the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. So congratulations. And of course, my co-host David Fagan here as well. So I know you've kind of following the Paul Newman business model. Explain what that is.
Until 2 days ago, I had no idea that Paul Newman had a similar foundation and did the same thing that my goal is to do, is to give back almost all of the profit after the expenses, to giving back to the communities, to families that is in need. It's a food program that we started about a little over 10 years ago.
Wow.
And my goal is to reach as many families as possible.
Yeah.
Prior to the coffee, I used to do this on my own. And I created a coffee to give me the ability to reach more families.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I can see why you got that President's Lifetime Achievement Award, where they recognize people for so many service hours and humanitarian aid. What kind of metrics have you used to kind of gauge the impact and the people that you're helping? What kind of numbers do you have?
Honestly, it's not numbers. I go into communities and I look and I'm there and I do a certain, I bring a certain number of bags of food.
Yeah.
And then I see so many more people and I'm like, it breaks my heart to leave without being able to give everyone a bag.
So you're really quantifying it by the smiles on the faces of the communities. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, and the energy that you can feel, right?
Yes.
Why coffee versus another drink or food for the business?
Well, coffee is something that people love. It's the beloved drink of the world. So with that said, it brings people together. Coffee more so, it brings people together. It's something that a person will drink about 45,000 cups of coffee in their lifetime. So it's something that people like. I'm able to help the coffee workers at the same time reach the families.
I was actually just walking by Times Square not too long ago, and I saw the Sappire up there on the NASDAQ Jumbotron. I saw the Sappire coffee commercial. So you're getting that message out there for sure. So you say you have coffee. Is this like a plantation in another country? Where is this based out of there?
The coffee is grown in Colombia. Okay. And I just recently right now in the process of purchasing a coffee farm. Oh. So about 88 acres of all coffee and other plantation, but 90% of it is coffee.
Okay, next time we need to do this there. We need to film this.
Yes.
I would love to. I've never been there.
Yes.
Where can people find Sappire coffee?
It is sold at sapphire-coffee.com and also at Amazon.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations on your award and best of luck.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Is your garden struggling to stay hydrated? Meet Waterless Garden, the organic solution that saves water and boosts your garden's health. Packed with humus materials and trillions of beneficial microbes, Waterless Garden improves soil structure and increases water retention. Use less water, get better results, and watch your garden thrive. Waterless Garden. Less water, more life.
Okay, I finally got in. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to back over here and turn this camera around just a little bit and let y'all see just from a distance. I have not been in here messing with these at all. I've not watered either one of these. I've got one side that planted in regular Twin Eagle dirt and humus soil mixed in. I've got another side that's planted totally in Twin Eagle dirt. Now, I watered those that was planted in Twin Eagle dirt, but it's been a week. It's been a week. So let's take a look at these, see what we got. Okay, this is nothing short of astonishing right here. These are the 4 plants, and they don't look tremendous, but these are the 4 plants in humus soil right here. Take a look at these plants. They've been in there a week. You can see some little dead out there on the end of that one. They've been in here a week. Nothing but humus soil. There's been no water added to it whatsoever. And you can see what these plants look like.
That's a really nice thing about Sustainable Green Team and its products, that they're chemical free. They're sustainable, and the biologics that we use and how we're restoring what has been broken, we're really in the restoration business.
Right.
So you have a healthy soil, you have healthy plants, healthy animals, healthy people. That sets up for a pretty good successful life, to have healthy lifestyle. And really sustainable.
I'm kind of wondering, Tony, and maybe this is a little far-fetched, but I'm kind of wondering if what we're doing might be putting a little smile on God's heart.
I think so.
I think it might be. These guys here are really hurting. And I think I could actually just add humus soil to the top of this. And probably what I'll do is we'll see what happens when I come back. If these guys are still alive, which I think they will be after we add this water right here. You can see that ground is drinking that water big time.
Turn in next week for part 3. We will have more conversations with Jimmy Houston, America's favorite fisherman. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on these social media platforms. America's favorite fisherman, Jimmy Houston, and the Sustainable Green Team are joining forces to tackle environmental issues like carbon loss, dead soils, and the overuse of fertilizers with Waterless Garden. This partnership is revolutionizing the global fertilizer industry, transforming agriculture and enhancing food security for future generations. SGTM and Jimmy Houston, working together for a sustainable future.
Your data is vulnerable to hackers, with email being the cause of 91% of all cyber attacks. Introducing secure, Swiss-hosted, data-mine-free, private and secure solutions to protect your communications. Secure Mail offers secure and private email communication. Secure Messenger offers private and secure chats. Secure VPN encrypts your internet traffic and protects your digital identity. Regain your privacy today. Visit Secure at secure.com.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to your Secure Privacy and Security segment. I'm Anna Berry, along with Alain Guillay, CEO of Secure. Our weekly hack topic is, it's a pretty big one, and it's pretty scary because it affects millions of people, specifically the CIBC, Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, and a few other banks and funds made headlines after it was revealed the banks paid millions in fines related to regulatory probes over the use of WhatsApp and other unauthorized messaging platforms by its employees. So this reflects a growing concern across the financial industry about communications and all of the challenges while maintaining compliance in this very fast-paced digital environment we're all in. So Alain, with all that in mind, how could these banks and funds have avoided this situation? And how do you see Secure and your products playing a crucial role in addressing these issues?
What we do have a solution. We have a thing called Secure Messenger, which has an archiving feature, which is critical for FINRA. FINRA is a financial regulatory authority. Companies need to archive at least 7 years their communication, so we offer that. We also have a chat by invite. So if I'm a Stifel manager and I have a wealthy person like you, for example, and I need to communicate, and you're just on your phone, you're used to text and WhatsApp, I can chat with you on Secure Messenger, sending you an invitation, even if you don't have Secure. So we're launching a big enterprise rollout in Q1. We're finishing our enterprise solutions, which will let companies with thousands of users manage their users and permissions. We have a lot of cool features in it. We can even restrict communication to company employees only. And this is how you can get much more compliance.
Well, there you go. It's easy to use and it could save you millions of dollars. Now, speaking of money, I know you have a promo code for our viewers today. What is it?
Yes, I think the banks could use it after paying $118 million. So we're going to give them 15% off. It's called Privacy. And that's for everyone, by the way. We have consumers all the way to enterprise. We also have the same 15% discount offered to all our solution, including email and our VPN. Our email has a similar feature where you can email someone that doesn't have Secure without suffering the business email compromise. It is Cybersecurity Month in October, so we encourage everybody to kind of take a look at their cybersecurity policy and improve it upon it. And obviously, Secure is here to help. So promo code Privacy.
Privacy has arrived for Secure. Thank you so much, Alain.
Your data is vulnerable to hackers, with email being the cause of 91% of all cyber attacks. Introducing secure, Swiss-hosted, data-mine-free, private and secure solutions to protect your communications. Secure Mail offers secure and private email communication. Secure Messenger offers private and secure chats. Secure VPN encrypts your internet traffic and protects your digital identity. Regain your privacy today. Visit Secure at secure.com.